party people, welcome to Groove Conversations with the band Martin G. And you know what, you might not believe where I am, but I'm in a place called, a shopping mall called Terminal 21, which is in Pattaya, in Thailand. Now, there's a record shop in here somewhere, so I'm going to have a little walk around and I'm going to try and find where this record shop is. But like I said, it's a shopping mall, so I try not to get detoured into like going to other places such as, you know, going to other places such as stores that are selling like aftershaves or trader shops. But I can tell you that the record shop ain't around here. So just bear with me. I try and be as quick as I can to get into this record shop, but bear with me. We see what's going on, see what's crack-a-lacking. Right, so, a bit of a mission, but I found the record shop, Survive Vinyl. Yeah, so, come with me, hello. Yeah, hope you don't mind me filming, I've got a channel on YouTube, yeah, so, just got the permission of the lovely lady, so I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna see what's going on. Looks like they've got a lot of reissues in here, but they look like they've got some good stuff in here though, so no doubt I'll be walking out of here for a few things or pieces, man. Look and see what they've got in the jazz. Copies of that. See what the funk and soul disco and boogie scene. That's better. Great album that is, man. Tell you what, man, this shop might be small, man, but it packs a punch, you know. Yeah, I've seen some stuff in it, man. Like, yeah, we know about that. Dick Smith, Initial Thrust. picked up in there. I tell you what, that's the buy vinyl. I got it wrong in there, man. I thought that they just had loads of second-hand stuff. And I've been following that shop on Facebook for a minute now, and I just thought they just had pure reissues in there, but no, no, they did not. And oh my God, I just can't believe what I picked up in there. Picked up a lot of American stuff that you well know, but I picked up some things in there. But I'm going to be going back to that shop sometime in the near future. I'm going to be going back there. But my God, I can't believe the records that I've picked up in there, you know. So, you know, I'm going to stop talking about it. What I need to do is get off this. I need to compose myself, because like I said, I can't believe what I've picked up in this shop. But you know what? I need to chill, relax. What you saying, man? You cool? You alright? Yeah, man. Yeah, so listen, I'll catch up with you on the other side, man. Peace. Yes, peeps. So there you have it. That was my trip in Sabai Vinyl. Let me just show you the tote bag it hit me off with. There you go. Yeah. Big up to man like Stanislav. Yeah. Now, he's the owner of Sabai Vinyl, but he wasn't there, but I was speaking to the lady that was in the shop at the time, and she's put me on to him, and we started talking, and he's got his own website. It's called, I think it's called Soviet Freestyle, and you find a lot of good stuff on there. So you should check it out, you know what I mean? I'm going to put a link in the comments, yeah, or in the description. I'm going to do that, and you can check it out for yourself. But listen, one thing I've got to say about that Sabai Vinyl is that I was so surprised, because I've been following them for quite a while. Like I said in the film, I've been following them for a while on Facebook, and I thought that they just had loads of reissues, brand new stuff, but they got some stuff. They've got some second-hand stuff, you know what I mean? And in fact, the majority of their stock is second-hand stuff. They don't have that many reissues in there. So listen, let me show you what I come away with, yeah? So listen, first off, I've got this soul number, this classic soul number, Touch Me by Fonda Ray, yeah? Now, listen, this is just a classic soul track from the 80s. Now, I've got this on 7-inch already, but you know what? This was cheap as chips, so I had to get it. And like I said, it was a clean copy, you know, like it is clean. So I just had to go and get it. So that's Fonda Ray with Touch Me, that one. So the next track I got, so I did get a few bits of hip hop. Throughout my travels in Bangkok, I did get quite a bit of hip hop. But, so I'll show you the track that I've got. Now this one, yeah, now I bought this thinking that it was going to be the Pete Rock remix, but listen, the original of this is banging, but I do prefer the Pete Rock remix of this. This is Jamal, Fades Them All, right? Now, produced by Reggie Noble and Rockwilder. Now, Jamal, he was one half of Illegal Jamal and Malik. They made one 12-inch track that I have, which is We Gets Busy, Head or Gut, they've made. But listen, this is a great track, and like, you know, it was cheap, yeah, reasonably priced, well priced, should I say, you know, so it works out that like I was paying not that much more than a tenner that I was paying for some of these tracks, maybe a little bit less than that, you know, so that's that one. So the next 12-inch that I got, another hip-hop album I got, hip-hop 12-inch single that I got, the infamous Mobb Deep with Getaway. So this is a promo, and it's got, so both sides are the same. It's got clean, it's got dirty, and an instrumental. But listen, anything by this duo from Queensbridge, you know you're going to get banging beats, you're going to get some grimy lyrics as well on it. And this is just a nice, mellow, smooth record. This is great record, this, yeah. And again, cheap as chips. This wasn't that much more than a $5. This didn't work out as, yeah. So that's that one. So this next one, right, so this is Jeru the Damager, Come Clean. This is his first 12-inch single from his album, The Sun Rises in the East. Now, I've got to tell you a funny story about this. So I bought these records, obviously, out in this place in Pattaya, but me and my girlfriend from Pattaya, we went on to a few places. So we went on to Koh Samui, then we went to Koh Phangan. Now in Koh Phangan, I found a place, a courier place where I can send these records out, deliver them back to myself over here in England. And the lady in the store where I was like sending them off from, she looked at the record and she thought that was me, yeah. And she was on the video call with someone, and in the native tongue, it was like they were saying, "Look, this person, it's his record, but do I really look like J. Rue the Damager? Really? You know, like, yeah, I had my hair in locks at one point like that, but that's not me. That's definitely not me, you know." But listen, jokes aside, this is a wicked track, yeah. Anyone who knows about this track, this is a wicked track. I've got the album, The Sun Rises in the East, yeah, but listen, anything that, when it comes to getting it on 12-inch, anytime you could get a 12-inch or something, 12-inch single, you ain't gonna go wrong. Come Clean, J. Rue the Damager, that's that one. So, I'm gonna come on to some other stuff that I bought. Now, another thing that you'll find that was in Sabai Vinyl, like they have a lot, and in a lot of Thailand itself, like they've got a lot of American issue stuff, but you'll find a lot of Japanese pressings of stuff. So this track here that I've got, well, the next few tracks I'm going to show you are Japanese pressings, yeah. Now, this one, yeah, it's a compilation of Western soundtracks from movies. So I have to take out the record on here because it's all in Japanese like writing, yeah. So, you know, golden themes from Italian movies, Italian Western movies, volume 2. So obviously you got Your Good, the Bad, the Ugly and Hang 'em High. You got music on here like $7 to Kill, Sugar Cult as well. And it's music that's been made by Ennio Morricone, Riz Ortolani, Bruno Nicolai as well as Luis Bacalov as well, features on one of the other albums that I'm going to show you as well. So listen, like I say, it's all in Japanese writing. Now, I couldn't tell you exactly when this was made, yeah. I'll do a bit of research and I'll let you know about that. But look, listen, this is a clean copy. This is so clean. And another one that didn't cost that much more than, not that much more than a £5, yeah? That's that one. So the next one, this is another one of those, you know, like you get those Top of the Pops albums that's got like the cover versions of tracks. This is another one of those. Beat Sound by the Underground. Now, again, it's got lots of Japanese writing on there. And if you look a little bit closely, you see one homeboy there, yeah? And you got tracks on here like this is like a compilation of tracks that is just gonna have you dancing on the floor. So you got tracks like You Keep Me Hanging On, Moni Moni, Dance to the Music, Hold On I'm Coming, Knock on Wood, as to say a few. So look, you know me, I'm a sucker for a cover, right? So any chance of getting something like that, and when it's cheap as chips, gotta take it. So that's that one. Okay, so this is another one of these Japanese pressings, but it's a jazz album and something that you know and something that I've never had, but for the price that you're selling it at, I just thought, you know what, I'll get this. Red Clay, Freddie Hubbard. Now, as it says on here, featuring Joe Henderson, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter and Lenny White. This is just a classic jazz album. As you can see, with the OB strip going down, and this is clean. This is a clean pressing. This is, I mean, the cover might look a little bit worn and rusty, but it is a clean record. This is, I'll show you how clean this is. Like, take a look at that. That's clean. Clean like a mother, you know. So, Red Clay, Freddie Hubbard, bit of jazz, okay? Now, these next tracks that I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a little sound clip on them so you can see the flavour of what I'm working with. So, This next one, I couldn't tell you who makes it, but it's a demonstration record, and it's by a hi-fi maker called Onkyo. Now, like I said, I couldn't tell you who makes the music on this. It doesn't tell you who makes the music on the back, but it's just got all manner of different versions of tracks on here, all manner of different stuff on here. Like there's some spoken word stuff on here, and there's just some funky music on here. I'll play something on here, you have a listen to it, and you tell me what you think of it, alright? Now you know, you see what I'm talking about. Funky. I just saw it. I saw it in the store. I thought myself, this looks a little bit interesting. And they had a record player there. I had a little listen to it. And I thought, yeah, this is coming home with me without a shadow of a doubt. Right? So that's that one. So the next one. So as I was talking about, yeah, this is the Summertime Killer. And this is by Luis Enrique Bacalov as well, who does some of the does a couple of themes on the Italian Western soundtrack compilation that I've got. Now, not much I know about this film, but I think this is a film that came out in the early 70s. Now, what pricked my interest in this is, listen, when you see a cover like that, it's got that look of 70s, a name like Summertime Killer, you know it's going to have something on here. It's going to have some flavour on here. And it has a little bit of flavour on here. You see what you think when I play you some of this flavour. Check this out. Okay, so I've got 2 more records left that I want to show you. So, now this is the thing, when you go to other countries and you find records, you look for records, you're going to find stuff that it's not going to be so common in England for you to find. And sometimes you just have to look at some things, have a look. If you're lucky enough and you can have a listen to it, have a listen to it. But I probably would have taken a punt on this even if I didn't listen to this. But this album here, now, this is called The First Review of the Jazz Orchestras, yeah, Bulgaria, December 1977, yeah, held in Sofia, Bulgaria. So this is a compilation of jazz orchestras and they're playing all manner of stuff on here. So they're playing tracks like Hello Dolly, Blues in B flat, A Sunday Afternoon Walk, Dangerous Curves. Now, listen, another one of those albums that was cheap as chips, but there's a couple of tracks on here. I'm going to hit you off with one track on here. Have a listen to it. Tell me what you think. And last but not least, and I've got to say, this is probably my star buy that I got in as a buy vinyl, right? Now, how can I describe? Right, so this album here, now this is some more jazz. It is by a group called Melodia, right? The title of it is Popular Mosaic, and the leaders of the band is like a jazz band, Soviet jazz. Obviously you could tell, right? But like the leaders of the band are called Georgy Garanyan and Vladimir Chishik. Hope I pronounced that well. If I didn't, please let me know and I do apologise. But listen, now, you know you get some albums and there may be 1 or 2 tracks on there that have got like something on here. This is this album. Now, there is a version on this track, on this album, of Why Am I Treated So Bad? Have a listen to this and you tell me what you think of this. So there you go. That's my purchases in some vinyl in Pattaya. Let me hold up that tote bag again. Yeah, there you go. Big up to the guys in there. Big up to Stanislav as well. Like I said, he's got a website. I'm going to put that in the link. You need to go check it out. There's heat on there, goodness on there, and he will deliver anywhere around the world for you. So that's just the first part of my travels in Thailand. Yes, I do go to Bangkok and I do some digging over there. So that's to come. So until next time, Martin G, I'll see you on the other side, and I'll say peace and one love. See ya.